Hey guys, welcome back. It's Claytano. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. And if you remember yesterday's video, I'm actually wearing the same shit because this is 2 minutes after that video was recorded. I am recording this video. And today, if you're watching this video, I am already probably just landing in Las Vegas, Nevada for the Level Up convention. If you want to follow my story, go ahead and add me on Snapchat. It's the same handle, at Claytano, and you guys can see everything that I'm doing in Vegas. I'm going to be posting a lot, blowing up your guys' feeds, so hopefully you guys enjoy that as well. But today, like I promised, I'm going to be doing more of an educational video, and this is all about Stella and why I think she's one of the best monsters in the game. Probably one of the best 4 stars, I would say. Not quite up at the Galleon level or Lucian level, but still a super important monster. So to get right into it, we're going to be talking first about the rune priorities for Stella here. And as you can see, mine is built with not like a whole lot of speed. You don't have to have 1,000 speed on Stella, because I know her third skill does scale off speed, but you don't have to have 1,000 speed. That's a common misconception, so don't worry about that too much. Crit rate, at least around 75%. The rest, bump it into crit damage. I don't even have a huge amount of crit damage. I don't have a huge amount of crit rate, not a huge amount of speed, not a huge amount of attack, not a huge amount of HP, not a huge amount of anything, and she still works in so many different areas. So just to look at the runes here that I have on her, it's really just spare runes that I had after I already built my arena monsters and my other monsters for RTA, things like that. This is what was left over. So this rune right here is pretty good, but it's a shield rune, so I don't really use that too much. But this is what you're looking at here for that first rune. The third rune, look, anybody can have that type of rune for a violent rune. I mean, seriously, farm violent for like a week and you'll have that rune. Not even a week, guys. You could get that in a day. This rune here is a little bit more in depth. You know, it's got the right substats with attack, HP, crit rate, and speed. So you might have to farm a little bit more for that one. It doesn't even have to be shield though. It can be 2 broken sets. And I wouldn't recommend really using one of your violent runes on it, because your violent rune crit damage is probably going to be going to a more important monster. So I would say use this one offset, use this one offset, or this one offset, and then have one of your violence filling in for that. And then for the 5th rune here, again, super basic bitch stats. For real, like, I don't even need to talk about it. I don't want to spend any more time on these runes. Look, resistance, like, who cares? It's really super simple to rune her. A little bit of accuracy on that one. The accuracy, 50%, is pretty nice though, because you want to make sure that she's landing her defense break, her branding, her attack bar reduction, and things like that. So you want to have at least a little bit of accuracy, so focus on that just slightly as well. But that's it. That's all you have to have, and then you can successfully put her into a successful Giant Speed 10 team. She's a good part of like a Lucian, Galleon, Stella, and Tark composition. I did that video a while back. You guys can take a look at that one to see how I put Stella in that composition. You can also use her in Dragon's B10 team as well. So that's with a Vertihile, a Tark, a Galleon, you have your Stella as well, and then maybe a Spectra or something like that would kind of top it off. It's really simple. You could use farmable monsters. You don't even need to use, really, I would say in Dragon's B10, Vertihile is one of the more necessary monsters to use with Stella. If you don't have a Vertihile, you may not want to use Stella, but a lot of people do have Vertihile. I apologize for the people that don't. Just play a little bit more and I'm sure you'll get Vertihile sooner or later. So not only is she good though in Dragon's B10 and Giants B10, but she is also a super relevant monster in raids. So raid 5 teams, she goes great with them. You can have a whole farmable raid 5 team and then put Stella in there. She's not farmable, but she's still great to have in your raid 5 teams. So like if you say you have Colleen, you have the Fire Panda, you have the Diaz all on your front line, and then if you go with your back line as far as Stella and Konamiya or Lisa if you have her, and then put in another healer like I would say Chasun or something like that, just another healer. Even Bella Dion would work just fine in that composition. There you go, that's a raid 5 team, but don't focus on a raid 5 team until after you go through your dragons and giants, and I would say you could start looking at raid 5 after those two, before Necro as well. But really, don't focus on raid 5 until you have at least decent enough runes to rune those 6 monsters well enough to be able to sustain a raid 5, and that would be a just perfectly dandy, fine and dandy team for raid 5. The only drawback to Stella is that she's not 100% really useful in any type of PvP content. I've seen her used in Guild Wars very briefly, but that's about it. For Arena, RTA, anything like that, I don't really recommend her. If that's your only monster though, of course you could put her in if you're like just have like 4 6 stars, and Stella is one of them. You could throw her in there, of course, but really she's more focused on the PvE aspect of the game, and I really recommend everybody who has one build a Stella. She's amazing, one of my favorite monsters these days. So super easy to rune, super relevant, very useful all across the board. Reminds me of Galleon in that aspect. But if you guys like this video, go ahead and leave a comment below. Also hit that up, like, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I would love to do more of these types of videos. Just comment which monster you would like me to review, and I will definitely do it, because I have a lot of different 6 stars on this account that I will be more than happy to show you. But as always guys, stay soupy, don't be potatoes, and I will see you guys on Snapchat. Thanks so much. Bye bye.